the Tennessee Titans versus Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
Just a tick under 70,000 packed in here at Nissan Stadium. Not a seat to be had as playoff football and certainly playoff fever have descended upon the Music City of Nashville, Tennessee. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Tennessee Titans. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 42. At their own 42-yard line. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
In a wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here.
First down, Ravens.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins.
J.K. Dobbins.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll have a first. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, 73 yards. And the Titans have taken a first quarter lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Tennessee score.
Tucker McCann.
McCann's got it teed up. this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes, right side. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
Brought down at the
A big play there on the option. Give him 69 yards on the ground. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line.
no gain.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
On second down, Dobbins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown.
Punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Able to stop him at the line on first down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the second try.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Second and 10 at the 20.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
26 mark.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's got some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. To throw again. Locke. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory.
Titan.
Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 5 now, second and a yard. This is Henry, and he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run, and the Titans have taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And shedding through the tackle. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Dobbins running out of the gun. And this Tennessee defense for the 2nd straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It's a pick. Up of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away.
Formation.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
1st and 10. At their own 30.
The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. On 2nd down now. It's Henry. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. These two teams, of course, the Titans and Ravens, met in the postseason a year ago. And really, along with the Titans win the previous week in Foxborough, it was one of the shockers of the postseason. The Titans a 6th seed on the road. The Ravens, they were the top seed, riding a 12-game win streak and coming off the first-round bye. But when that game was all Tennessee, they led 28-6 at one point, ultimately winning 28-12 and sending them on to the AFC title game in Kansas City.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Patrick Queen on the tackle.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
With the score, Titans 14, Ravens 7.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Locke. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
He was
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
17.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And a Raven 1st down.
He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
He's going to run again. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Come on, come get some. Come get some. Come on here, come get some.
Jackson on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Jackson from the shotgun. Man open left side is Brown. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they're back within a touchdown at 17-10. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 16 yards, a 1st down.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back. Check. Alert flare. Slam. Ready.
first down carry by Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Derrick Henry. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
11 yards there, 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
Smith catches left side. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
3-yard line.
40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Hey, pick your game up.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. It's a safety blitz and a sack for Earl Thomas.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stack sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
4-yard
A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Check 9 and 8. Check 3, check 3.
Here's Henry. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the 2nd half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Tucker McCann to kick off for Tennessee.
McCann's got it teed up. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 20.
The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he's going to have all his points, let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. They set up the screen for Dobbins. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play, now 2nd and 13. From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Touchdown.
Marquise Brown, 64 yards. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's a depth.
Now Locke, he lost the football to town, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
Fumbled on the play.
The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
The score, Titans 24.
So how about the turn of events there at the end of the half?
This is one where you go charging into your locker room having collected 3 points you didn't expect to get, and you look across the field and you see guys kind of pointing fingers at each other like, dude, how'd you turn it over and make us give up 3 right there?
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
The kickoff for Tennessee.
Win or go home. That's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
On second down, Dobbins, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
On the carry for Baltimore.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. wore down defenses, and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit. That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Quick strike out wide by Jackson. From the 45 on second down, Jackson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Kevin Byard, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raider, gets the sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Jackson's pass.
That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Makes the score Titans 24.
So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Derrick Henry.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. The open man is Smith. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
38-yard line.
They'll run with Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Jones with a nice burst there on first down, as he'll be taken down, but not before a gain of 7 yards.
At the 23-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
That's good.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
They keep it with Henry on first down. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
He's taken down.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
now it's Henry. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line of the 3. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Here we go. 48, go!
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
it's a loss of 1.
1 back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
For the extra point.
They were able to push him backwards on first down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
For Tennessee.
McCann's got it teed up. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
First down, Ravens.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield.
Jackson.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell them to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line. A first down carry for Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Marlon Humphrey.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing now is Locke. His throw incomplete. Locke.
Pass.
Tipped and fell incomplete, but it was tipped up in the air, so the guys on defense, they had to feel like that was a big opportunity, and it was missed. They needed a play to help turn things around a little bit. Ball's in the air. Can they rally to it and get it? On that play, they weren't able to. They'll take the ball batted away, but boy, they missed a big chance there.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 30.
This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only one score down.
Yeah, true. I mean, we could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned.
Baltimore.
Jackson on first down. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 39. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. It's a first down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10.
Throwing again. Jackson is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And Jackson throwing once more. And that will be incomplete.
Jackson's pass.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
To throw again is Jackson. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Operating from the gun. Jackson over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And
so operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Jackson's throw caught here by Boykin. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, it just was unsuccessful.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll go again to Jones. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Chuck Clark.
It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The Titans are moving on as we say so long, everybody. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaughan. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.